Welcome in your Big A reading. We're going to look if you can come together with your true twin flame in this lifetime. Because I know many of you are nervous about that. And can we come together now? Should I hurry? Is it okay to leave things open, to let them go to the next lifetime and me as well? And we'll see if we ever come together in the future, not in the now. And the thing is, of course, you will come together always in the now, because that is the only place where is the true entrance of harmonious twin flame union. But yeah, I do know that many of you are worried about this, and we're going to look into your personal situation. Can you come in union in this lifetime? And if so, what is the lesson? We're going to just get a grasp of that. And I hope that you get some lessons down from this that you can implement so that it will be possible for you. And we are going to work with 4 groups. You can do the quiz. It's a lot of fun. You can go through it again if you did it before, just with this question in mind. What comes out today? What comes out for this question? One of the 4 outcomes we're going to look at. And the outcomes that we're going to focus on today from the quiz are the opener, the builder, the acknowledger, and the coach. There are 4 categories that you will see at the end of the quiz in the outcome spread that you see there after 2-3 minutes doing the quiz. You have your outcome, and then you see in the first picture of that spread that represents the outcome for you. You see your group, the opener, the builder, the acknowledger, or the coach. And if you don't want to do the quiz today, you don't want to take 3 minutes, then I have a symbol for you, a thing that we're going to attach to your group so that you may feel into if this is your group for now. If it feels good to you, then you pick that one. So we're going to start with the opener. And the opener is, I will also give you a description of what it means approximately, so that's great to know as well. The opener is a type in which you are indeed, as it says, someone that it is possible for to open yourself to new avenues, to new information, to new ideas, to new levels of living, to new dimensions of human and divine potential. And you are the opener. You can do that for yourself, but potentially also for other people. And if that feels for you already, then that's your group. But I also have this thing, and it is, and you can wear it on your neck. It's a lot of fun with that. Like a rainbow thread and a heart on top of it. But you know what it is. This is your thing, your symbol. You can look into it and you see beautiful mandalas change and shapeshift before your eyes in all kinds of colors. Very spiritual. Yeah. So this is a seeing instrument to see mandalas in the spiritual direction that you are going in. And that is the opener. Now for the builder, we have a symbol as well, or a thing. And the builder is a group that is very related to softly but surely organizing your information. And knowing how to do that, have a feeling for that, and also knowing how to organize other people. Yeah. That's really what you are. And you are going to build as if you are the builder of the pyramid. This is a beautiful, precious stone filled energy generator. And it is this pyramid with carniol inside of it. And this technology so that it generates this warmth and, yeah, feeling at home kind of feeling wherever you put this pyramid. And you are going to be the pyramid builder for today, for this reading. And that is your sign, the builder. Now we also have an acknowledger, and that means you are the person within the question of can you come together in this lifetime as twin flames, that is the one that can say, okay, I know who I am. I'm a soul. I know the source of my soul, where my twin flame blueprint resides. And I can have a connection with that and acknowledge that for myself. I don't need someone else to acknowledge that for me. I can make that connection, and I can acknowledge that I have that connection now. And it is true for me. It's real. I've made that connection real, and that acknowledges itself. That is the acknowledger. And when you are that and you feel that already, then this is your group, but you may want to connect with your symbol. And here it is. This is your key symbol with which you can open the door to the lock of the door yourself, to acknowledge your being present on a depth of life where twin flame resides, so that you can make come true your harmonious union yourself. The key is already in your hands. You just need to realize it and then open the door with it. You can do that. And you will also empower other people to know that this is what they can do, so that they will do it. Your key. There you go. The acknowledger. And then we have the fourth type for today, for this question. Can you come together in this lifetime as twin flames? For specifically you. And that is going to be the coach. And this is a person that really has an inkling what needs to change, what is the transformation, what is the shape-shifting action that you can do. And you can also help other people with that. And you feel really at home with this question of change and making things better, but then on the soul level, you see. And your symbol is going to be, for today, here it is. I need to prepare it a little bit. It is the silver deer in the snow bulb. There you go, your symbol. And it is a necklace too, so we can wear it. And it is really a symbol of the deer clan, actually, of which I remember being a clan mother. And that's a past life. The deer clan is just a symbol for a group of people that actually consists of the representatives of all other clans, and it was a spiritual association. Anyway, the deer clan. Silver deer clan symbol. There you go. For the coach, the knower that is, yeah, like in tune with transformation, right? So I hope you can pick your group from that, and your reading will be present on the timestamp that I put in the description box below and in the pinned comment. And I will see you in your reading. All right, opener, welcome in your reading. We are going to look at your situation with the Classical Tarot. we're going to look at some insights and lessons, and we end with a channeling of the Master Magician, because he wants to help me with this question for you today. So we're going to see how that comes out. I also have a card and a book for that, and then we're going to feel into what that is, and that's going to be your channeled message. So let's start to see what we get out of the Classical Tarot deck for your situation. Can you come together in this lifetime as twin flames? Well, something flipped out with a salto, and it is the Four of Swords. So this seemed to indicate that for you, you feel maybe like your whole union is kind of slumbering, or you feel like you need some rest, you need recuperation, you need healing. And you might be wondering if that takes too long. Is that really something that can be healed within this lifetime? Maybe it seems huge to you, and the urge to need to heal and rest and really take that seriously seems enormous, with the idea with it like, but I mean, this is so huge. I mean, I am willing to heal it, but can we even do that in this lifetime? This challenge, this block in our harmonious union, is too big, seemingly, to do right now, to do at all, or to do in this lifetime. That's what I'm feeling with it. And this one sort of wanted to come out as well, and that is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Well, I don't know, apparently I'm holding it like this, so we're going to take that as correct. So that seems to mean that you really also question if this big present that is handed down for you by spirit into your soul blueprint, that you can inherit your abundance in love and in good and in the twin flame itself and the family that you will be having and the mission business that you will be having together, that you really question if that can all land in this lifetime with you. Because this is that abundance that you can get, your inheritance as a full human being on the soul level. And you really question if that can be done, if that's really here, because it is upside down. That's how it looks normally. So let's see what the undertone was for these two that flipped out, and then we're going to see what the undertone of the entire deck is to get more information in what light we need to see these two ideas that I just discussed. And the light in which we need to see it is the Five of Wands in reverse. And that means that we need to see it in the light of you're trying to bring it together, just like these people try to bring this five-pointed star together with the wands. You try to bring it together, but it's reversed. So it really seems like not a playful trying and then knowing it will be resolved, but more of a burden. Like, I know we're going to solve this puzzle, but actually this is too hard. It seems almost aggressive in its difficulty. Why are we even trying this? Difficult. All right. So that's your situation, with the feeling of, maybe also a feeling of, how do you say that? Like you don't have the power. You don't have the power over it. You feel powerless. That's what I wanted to say. That might be your situation. You feel powerless in front of this challenge, this block, this big, huge situation that represents an inner block. that seems undoable for you. And I mean, the powerlessness in itself is an issue, that you feel that at all, that you go there, you know, because the situation is the situation, and it is maybe an outer situation, but it always points to an inner situation too. And guess what? You can repair whatever is on the inner plane for you present, because it is you that has created it. So it is you who can break through, if that is necessary, to go through it to the other side of this block, uncreate it, and go to the new choice. And you can do that because it is an inner thing, because the outside world is an inner question. And then it will also represent itself in this new version in the outer world. We're not only here for ideas of inner, inner, inner. It is actually inner plus outer at the same time as a whole. But the order of work that you can do to make that all happen on the twin flame level is first inner, then outer. So that was the start of the lessons, I guess, of the insights. We're going to get some more from the spiritual card deck, the spiritual messages. I see one. Let's take this. The journey is just as important as the destination. It's a Dutch message that I translated for you. The journey is just as important as the destination. So that this gives me the feeling like, yeah, that it's good for you to come out of the mindset of that you need to this gives me the feeling that you need to get out of the mindset that is like, okay, there's this physical situation that is too difficult to handle and I can't do anything about it, and I feel powerless. Well, that's not true. And you're also going to literal with your walking against the wall. You only see the wall and your physicality. You don't take your deeper nature into account. That's what that means. You're going too literal and too physical only. And you need to accept that there's a whole warm and spacious room inside of you that you can just go in and feel better and feel really good. And that will melt all your ideas about that there even is a wall outside you there, made out of hard material. That's what you thought before. But your inner work can undo that whole idea and it won't be there anymore as well. It's so interesting, but that's really true. And then you will start to recognize like, oh, so this process of processing this in my inside is like the journey, is like becoming soft and penetrable and approaching it more as the hologram that life really is. And when I change my coordinates in my inner experience, then the outer reality will change. And that's a process that is beautiful and it's happening, and it is already happening right now, and it keeps on happening until it comes true. And this is a beautiful journey. You know, that's more the mindset that you should have. Let's do the correct inner work, which is with the key tool that we share in our Facebook group that you are very welcome to join. You can find the link to the Facebook group in the description box below and in a pinned comment. The destination will come towards you, will come closer if you do that. That's just a given, that's a guarantee. If you do the true twin flame work with commitment, you guarantee yourself that you will get to the destination. So the destination will lose its sense of, oh, it's there. Oh, I need to go there. I need to be there. It's made out of a thing, a wall, a physicality, and my body needs to go there now. No, it becomes much more a question of, yes, indeed, The harmonious union outcome is not here yet, but I can do my inner work and enjoy this process of going ever deeper until I'm there. And that's the journey. And that will guarantee that you will arrive at harmonious union, and that thing that harmonious union is will arrive here. And then it is a state of being, a state of consciousness, and then it materializes as a thing and a body too. It's true, because that actually belongs together. So that's more of your attitude that you should have, and then it will work out for you. And we're going to get a personal card as well. I see this one, a personal oracle card. Whatever I do, I will never leave myself alone anymore. Like sad and alone and unattended to, uncared for. I don't let myself be uncared for anymore, ever. That was a Dutch message. And that is pretty much your daily life translation of what the inner work entails, isn't it? I mean, we can be aware that the key tool actually consists a turnaround in the whole fact that it is, of course, very much about loving yourself. But there's a turnaround in that loving yourself that is very crucial. I made a video about that one, and you can search for that on the turnaround on my YouTube channel. When you go to my YouTube channel page, and then I think it's on desktop only, and then you see the magnifying glass that is the search bar for my channel, not for YouTube in general, but my channel, and you put the turnaround in there, and then you find that video. But all in all, the inner work is very much about loving yourself, don't leaving yourself alone, all alone, uncared for. It means to truly start to care for yourself. Yes, in a daily life way. Yes, in a physical way. Yes, in a material way. Yes, in your health, in your emotions, in your psychology, in your mental state. And at the core of that, love and care for who you truly are. At the core. Both the superficial and the depth are going to be taken care of by you. And that's going to give you, well, the healing that you desire. And you know, the point is, it can seem so undoable, but you just got to start and keep on going. And then keep on going, and then keep on going. And it truly helps to be in an atmosphere with people that do the same. So that's also beautiful in our Facebook group for sure. It truly helps to do that together with a teacher. The true teacher that you feel is someone that can really give you something. That will be truly helpful too, so that you also commit and get these ideas how to let go of what you're holding on to right now, so that you can go deeper in your inner work and in your loving and caring for yourself every moment, and keep on being motivated to do that. You just need to start and get in the habit of, oh, this is what I'm constantly going to do. And you're actually, did you know that? You're just sort of rehearsing for what you're going to do in harmonious union too. And it just becomes this lifestyle of ever going deeper. And that's how you click in with the true twin flame in a joyful experience, for sure. And it must, because that is the law, that is so. Let's see what the angel answers say about this. I saw this one. Are we on track? There is a peaceful resolution possible when you do this. Gotta love that. And I saw this one too. Communicate clearly. Because strangely enough, most things are communication issues. Did you know that? Spiritual journey is full of communication issues, and when you've resolved them, you've arrived. Because this healing that you need to take to transform your block is always, and I mean always, a miscommunication between you and the divine. And that is the peaceful resolution that you are looking for. When you repair the relationship between you and the divine, you and your core, you and the universe, you and God, or however you want to call it. That is the peaceful resolution that you're looking for. And when this communication is restored and peaceful, that is when and where you will find yourself in a situation where the door swings open and you will be invited into harmonious union, because that is the natural thing that happens there. So let's see what the Master Magician says about all of this. I already see this one. See me. This gives me a yes, it is possible for you within this lifetime. And the green color says that, among others. It's actually this heart color that is very close by, much more close by than you think. We are going to look in the book. Kimi is more how you need to pronounce it. Excuse me. Even though the green color of the heart and of nature seems very alive, this card actually means death. But death means rebirth. Death means something is transforming, and then you stand up like the phoenix from the ashes. Then there's a new phase that you can't oversee from here yet. And that's where this transformation process that is complete, it's a complete transformation, that is as if you go through death. Because you go through something else that you can't necessarily predict or see right here. But it is there, and that's guaranteed to you. And this death is a release, a transmutation. Forgiveness helps to go through it. You need to be humble to get through this process. And going through the process will bring you the revelation that you are looking for. The power of death means the power of ego death. And it brings you in the now that you are looking for, and that will be the result of your deep healing of your twin flame block. If you want to have a crystal that can help you, then malachite feels right. Maybe you feel like you want to be in control. And that was also why I spoke about the powerlessness, because that actually means that you want to have power, that your ego wants to have power, that you want to have control in your ego. And that's the only thing that doesn't work in harmonious twin flame union, you see. So it will be the death of the ego for you, and then you will arrive in harmonious union. That's guaranteed, and that can be in the now. And this now can be pretty soon if you follow the steps. In time, speaking in time, right? Before you know it, you're there. And it also doesn't matter if that is in this lifetime or the next. Just keep on following this process and you will arrive. And you will see when that is. And what you will find out is that it is going to be the best timing for you ever. It's your timing. It's your soul timing. But do the true process, and only then you will find out that the timing that it will arrive for you will be beyond perfect in all ways that you can think about. And only by truly doing this journey, that is going to happen for you. Not by waiting, not by being apathetic, not by worrying, not by staying stuck in a huge fear for this wall that has arisen seemingly in front of you as a twin flame block. I release, I let go, I surrender, I forgive. And these are the things that you are going to do to make it happen for you. And it can work because when you look inside, the divine is there for you. And under the divine, there's only one thing that can happen, and that is the true twin flame must come forward and be with you. So I hope this helped. Stay tuned because at the end of the video, I do have a wonderful message for what you can do to support yourself in 2024. So look at the timestamps below another time and go to this section at the end of the video. That will be so helpful for you. Love from Petra. Welcome, you chose the builder. And we're going to look into your twin flame situation and if you can come together in this lifetime. And we're going to do that with the classical tarot. I already see my cards, it's really quick today. And we're also going to look into some, this is to get your information about your situation a bit. Then we're going to look at some more information that may be like a lesson, something that you can change to make it happen. And at the end, we're going to the channeling of the Master Magician that I will look in the cards and the book for. So there we go. I first saw this one, so here it is. The Three of Swords in reverse. So this is the heart with the piercing swords, and it really seems to be that you are very sad, and it's raining and stuff, so you're very sad, but that's mostly also because of your negative thinking is what this card means, and you're invited to look into that. And I mean, crying is good. It can be very soothing to let out what needs to be released with tears. As long as you're not crying for self-pity, it can really be such a cleansing thing to allow yourself to do. And we are looking at the upside down Three of Swords, which actually might mean that there is going to be an end to the crying also. And the clouds will open again. And this is the other card that I got, and it is the Five of Swords. Now, this person is picking up 3 swords, and he will pick up those 2 as well, supposedly. And these people seem to have lost their swords, let them go down on the floor and walk away. They feel defeated, and this one feels more victorious. And this is often seen as a very negative card, but it can actually mean being strategic in your mind, in your thoughts, because the swords are thoughts. But if it means that you feel defeated, then that can be an indication of how you feel about your twin flame situation at this moment. And you can change that into actually just you are where you are, and you might start to think strategically so that you don't need to feel defeated anymore. That can be what that means. Because every situation has something for it and that you can work with, even when it looks unpleasant. And under the deck, under the classical tarot deck, we see the overall energy that we need to see these two cards that we looked in the light of. And this is the Eight of Cups. And that means that you're going to walk away from the cups, from something that was established by now for you, to find your true self, to go to another situation. And actually this looks like an eclipse, right? Which is always this magical time in which things seem to change. And the light changes, literally. And you feel different, you get insights, and you get this idea like, oh, maybe I'm actually someone else than I presented myself as. And I'm going to this new journey, because he walks away out of the picture, to this new landscape, to this new social situation, etc., where we're going to have something that fits better with who I truly am. You're like looking for the missing cup here in this presentation of the Eight of Cups. That's what you're going to do. That is the light in which we need to see the sadness and the grief. Maybe you're going to leave those negative thoughts that you have on the twin flame journey. And you feel defeated, but now you also realize that just what I said, that you can turn that around into being strategic about things. You can turn that around in, okay, I feel defeated, but I can retreat in my inner space and also take some outer action to go to another environment. That is possible for me. It is possible for you. So it feels to be very much about the true you. Uncovering the true you is who you are in the light of the divine. And that is who you are in your twin flame union. And when we've wandered off pretty far from who we are supposed to be in our divine version, so to speak, in who we really are, your true self, not the true self of your ego, but the true self of your soul, when we've wandered off from that pretty far, then you are also wandered off pretty far from your harmonious twin flame union, the state of consciousness it is all about, and from which you can birth your physical union with them, right? And first, noticing that is the first thing. Noticing that you're not fully complete in your body and in your energy body with a relaxed unconscious mind, which also means a relaxed muscle tone. For instance, when you translate that to your body, the level of your body. When you're not there yet, that is, you notice that, and that's okay, that's good, that's the start. You just notice that you have these negative thoughts, and you notice that you feel defeated. And that's where it starts. And this is good, because making twin flame union come true in this lifetime means that you indeed will need to go, and you will go to your true self. And you do have an inkling, you do have a soft whispering voice inside of you that tells you what your true self actually is. And that is what this person goes after much adventures and pain and whatnot. Yeah. So this is really a grounding action, and it grounds you in the truth of the divine, in the truth of the architecture on the spirit level, which is your twin flame architecture. And you ground in that deep spiritual truth. At the same time, that does mean that you're going to ground on the earth and in your body and with food and with feeling at home on earth and having a safe home and all these things. Having enough money to fulfill your own needs and things. And this is all included with that. You're going to fully ground into the truth of God and be your true self. Your physicality and your need for money and your psychological needs are included there. They're not separate. It's not like, yeah, or I feel good in my body and on the earth and with good food and with a healthy body, or I need to dive into the truth of God. It sounds pretty dizzying to me. But I need to choose. No, they belong together. And that's where you will find the true self. That's also a great indication that you're going in the right direction, so to speak, as this person that is going to find their true self. That's where you'll find it. And that's the beginning of what I think is your insight and your lesson and stuff. That's just how it feels to me. Let's look into a lesson from this card deck that is the spiritual lessons. It's a Dutch card, so I'm going to try to translate it on the fly for you. Allow yourself to not know and find out what wants to arise from the fertile soil of not knowing. Dutch message. Allow yourself to not know and see what wants to arise out of the fertile soil of not knowing. And isn't that a perfect description of what that is that we just talked about? We even talked about the fertile soil, that you do need the physicality and it will align with your divine truth. And that's when it is one, in alignment with each other, that's where you need to go. That's where the true self is. And it's good to not know who you truly are, because that's the beginning. I think we already talked about that. How about that? That is the beginning. You don't know who you are, and that's why you go on this journey. You will know who you are when you're in harmonious union, and you will know who the true twin flame is at that moment too. Let from the not knowing arise what you naturally are. Let it be revealed to you. It's a present from the divine. It's here for you. Allow it to be revealed to you. And we go to a message from the personal card deck. I am open to the further heart development, even when it means that I will need to connect with my pain again of the hurt little child inside of me. Dutch message. I am open to connect with my heart again, even though it means that I need to connect as well with the pain of my inner child. Because that's what this person is going to do. He's going to let arise whatever arises. And also pain will arise. Also the inner child's feelings that lives inside of you will arise. And when you commit to feeling that through, allowing it to happen, processing it, you will be able to open your heart further and further. And the heart will feel nourished by the processing of these experiences. But you can expect these pains to come up, and they need to come up because they are already inside of you. and they need to be released, which means they need to come up to be felt and then released before they are released, to release them, in order to release them. And that's what will happen there. You can count on that. It's safe to feel these pains because you are in the overall loving journey of sending love to everything that arises, receiving love to everything that arises. Because you're going to your divine self. So whenever there arises pain, you will be sure that there will be an equal amount of love to meet that, so that the pain dissolves and the love is all that is remaining there, taking the place of it. That's the process, to go to the true self. And when you come to the true self, you will get to know the identity of the true twin flame as well. That must. And then you will come in harmonious union, and that means, of course, that you can come together. The sooner you go on that journey and allow whatever wants to move through you on that journey, the sooner you will be in that harmonious union. Can it be in this lifetime? Oh, this one was flying, so we'll take it. If you believe, it can be in this lifetime. It is your power to believe that it can happen. It is your power to, through your belief, make that come true. And what you believe and you make come true for your union. Your choice is empowered within the union space. Even when theirs is, I don't want it this lifetime, unconsciously. When you choose it, if you believe in this lifetime it will happen, because that's a higher choice, because it's more close to the divine truth, that it can happen now. So your choice will triumph, and they will also be taken in that new movement that you can choose. You can choose for your union because you are a whole and entire and worthy part of your union. They can too. They're also a whole and worthy part of your union that you share. But whatever you both share within that union, and whatever you choose within that shared union, this one or this one, let's say, there is, of course, this feeling that what trumps the other is what is closest to the divine truth. So that's how that goes, and that's how you have influence. So yes, choose it. Get more information from a wise person, from a true twin flame teacher that can help you. Get more information about how to move forward on this journey on your own. Because you don't need to do it on your own. There are more people that do it. We have a Facebook group for that. You're welcome to join us. You'll find the link to that in the description box and then in the pinned comment below. You can join the hand of a true teacher that is also represented here, that can help you make steps, keep at it, and point towards where the true you is, where you don't see it yet. That's what's helpful. And we're going to look at what the Master Magician has to say. That's nice. It is the realm shift. You're going to shift realms by this whole movement. I feel it. And that is also what harmonious union is. You're going to shift realms through the star portal. And when you accept that and surrender into it, and if you believe and get more information and accept a teacher and a community, then it will happen for you. We're going to look in the book for a moment. It's a quantum leap, says the Master Magician. You're going to walk into the unknown with an open awareness, full of possibilities, and at the same time directly to what God has in store for you there, which is harmonious union. In this accelerated change, you will loosen up for everything that is not you and accept as true everything that you truly are, only and exclusively. A shift of realm is taking place now. At the nexus of time and space, powerful galactic energies are meeting your expanding perception of what is possible. That is true, because when you believe, when you choose, you will get the support from the entire universe that will stand behind your choice and make it come true for you, with you. Because when you choose harmonious twin flame union, that is so much within the architecture, baked in the architecture of the truth of God, that the universe must, with all its might and all its abundance and possibilities and helpers and helpful monies and whatnot, stand behind you. As help of light, which also translates in a help made out of everything world that is aligned with that. Loosen your fixed beliefs and judgment. The world is a hologram. It's a vast web of interwoven possibilities. And when you take divine truth as your compass, your hologram will easily shift to exactly what that represents on the earth, and that is your twin flame union in harmony. The Master Magician is here to assist you with that, with his star. He stands at the opening of this realm, at the star portal, to welcome you in. I hope this helps. And stay tuned, because at the end of this video, go again to the description box for the timestamps, because I have something fantastic for you, and that's about how you can support yourself in 2024 to go to harmonious union, and I enlighten you about that in that chapter. And that chapter is really a must, so go there now. I will see you there. Love from Petra. Dear Acknowledger, we're going to start with your reading. Can you come in twin flame union in this lifetime? And we're going to look into the classical tarot cards to see your current situation, and then we're going to get some more information for some more wisdom and insights and lessons. And then we're also going to go at the end to the Master Magician with a card, and I'm also going to look in the book and distill your Master Magician channeled message. So let's see what we get for you. in this reading. Can you come in harmonious twin flame union? Okay, we're going to take this. We're going to take it. These are a couple of cards. So let's just get the first one that I have on top. And that is strength. So the strength card urges you to have your body, your animal body, your body, and the higher self, the angelic figure with the eternal sign above her head, as one, and to create harmony between them. So maybe you feel like you do feel strength incoming for you. That's beautiful. And you do have the Queen of Pentacles, which is a very luscious woman or power inside of you that is very connected to the earth and to the abundance of the earth. I guess in money, just like this pentacle on her lap, but also in other ways. Beautiful growth-oriented card. Looks like you do feel good, but here it comes. The Four of Cups reversed tells me that there is something that you feel lacking. You're pondering about what that is. You're pondering about, will I be given this? And maybe you're so much in this pondering that you overlook that it's already here. It's already handed to you. You may, even though we saw two very positive cards, like you feel in strength and you feel in being at home on the earth, there is a doubt inside of you if it's really possible for you together with your twin flame. And in that worry and doubt, you overlook what God has already given you, because twin flame union is already true right now. The journey is to make that come true on a physical level and in the inner space, both as one, which is your harmonious twin flame union. It is already baked into you, but now you've got to make it come true, and that's your challenge. And yeah, that's already an indication what you could do, right? Realize that it's already here. But let's look at the rest of your cards. The Moon in reverse, which tells me that there are secrets that need to be uncovered, and that there is wisdom that you haven't delved into yet. Maybe this wisdom seems even dark or so mysterious to you that it is a question for you if it feels good to go there. And that's making the situation fearful as well. That's how it feels to me. And then we have the card, the Knight of Swords, which is a very swift moving, intelligent thinking, younger energy of a person that can cut through things. Maybe this is a feeling of cutting through the fearful energy for you. But it can also signify, at the flip side of that, so many racing thoughts in your mind that you overlook what is already given. So let's look in what kind of light we actually need to see these cards that we just discussed about your situation. That is underneath the tarot deck, the overarching feeling, and that is going to be the Five of Cups. And you see this figure that has two cups still standing behind his back. That's pretty straight, like as if it's in the past. And he's looking at these cups that have fallen over, and he's sad about that and in grief. We can see that from his black cloak. And he's really distraught about what is fallen over, even though it is actually toxic goo, red and green. And he could turn around and see that there are two standing, which is the twin flame, and these soulmates have all fallen away. And if he would turn around, he would see them, take them up, go over the bridge, over the river to the village where they can live together, which is the harmonious union space. So this is actually indeed regurgitating almost what I said about the Four of Cups in reversed. You don't see it, but it is actually already present. Maybe you are busy with what it is not, and in some sort of way, and that prevents you from seeing that it is here already. It could even be that you're so busy with the earthly things, like the material things. It could be possible. Um, Instead of bringing together the earthly animal body and the higher self, the spiritual part of you, so to speak, to be one, so that you know that in in that situation you can see what is still standing there, and you are invited to, in fact, because as I said, that is the truth of the matter. um, you are already a twin flame. That is just because you are a human being. It's the deeper potential that you want to make come true. But there is something that is blocking your sight to that, that is blocking the coming forward of that. And you have you have that in your own hands. Did you know that? Because you can turn around. You can turn inwards to see it, what that is for you in this life, and start to move in that direction. Maybe calm down a little bit from this swift and hard thinking energy, and you can see what is already present. But the point seems to me that you might be afraid of what you're going to um, encounter when you do that. And that is understandable, but fear is never real. The reality is you living, the real reality is you living in heaven, which is a state of mind here on the earth that includes everything that you are and can be, which includes being a twin flame and being with the one true twin flame that is your ultimate lover, best friend, and life partner, your teacher and your student. And the strange thing is that you are afraid to turn around to see that. But this fear is actually strange. You see that here because you're looking at a devastating image here. You're looking at what doesn't work out, what is spilling over the floor, and studying that real hard. And then you are afraid to turn around, but this is more like fearful and nasty, right? And if you would turn around, then you would actually see that they stand. So even though you may feel fearful of what will come out of you when you would turn around, it is actually better than what you're looking at right now. But it is true that you will travel through a landscape that seems mysterious and with dark spots. And that is because your whole unconscious mind will come up to be lived through. That's the inner work that you're going to do, which is a process, the process that happens when you turn around. But the result of that process of turning around is seeing that it's already here, is knowing that God has given you the gift. And you uncover that. So that's what I'm seeing in your current situation. So can you be together with your twin flame in this life? I feel from this, when you have the courage to turn around, when you have the strength to really do this alchemizing process and turn around, go through the process. And I mean, we do have a tool for you that makes this real easy in 4 steps. We have 2 versions of that. It's called Key, Key, with which you open the door to this heaven that is a state of mind. And you can do that together with us in the Facebook community if you like that. It's very stimulating, to have more people around. And we have a whole program there as well for you that you can just like that participate in. And you'll find that Facebook group in the description box below and in the pinned comment in the link that leads to it. So that is what we offer here to help you through all of that, to diminish the fear and find out that it was unfounded. and that there are very beautiful, mysterious things that come up for you, such as getting to know who you truly are in the light of God, which is who you are as a twin flame. So let's look. I think we already discussed actually a lot of what could be called lessons. But let's see what comes out more in the spiritual messages deck. And I have one in Dutch. I will translate it. When things that you were so sure of in the past fall away now, know that you are in fact on the right journey, on the right road. When your trusted assurances fall away, know that you are on the right path. And that's what we just discussed, I feel. Because this is the trusted things that you trusted in the past, and they do fall over. And that's actually a sign that you need to turn around, not a sign that you need to keep staring at them. Whatever that is for you, things that haven't worked out, soulmate relationships that didn't really work out, false twin flame relationships that didn't really work out, life purpose situations that didn't give you money or security, or that weren't about who you truly are, which is often much more a pressing thing to feel and to be depressed about, or what have you, you know. Those can be those cups that have fallen over, or whatever it is for you. Know that with the true twin flame, when you are together with them, you step into, yes, with inner work, yes, with keep on processing, with keep on doing key, you step in a world that is revealing itself more and more as a world that is actually beautiful and correct for uniquely you. Because that's what the twin flame is about, creating from the inside out, because you know it is already true, a world that is fully inhabited by what fits you to a T. Whether it is in mission or in work or in food or in partner, everything. Not even only the twin flame. Can you imagine? And it is possible for you, but you need to turn around. So I see two personal messages. So let's see what they are. By seeing the things in a bigger perspective, I don't need to feel run over by single happenings. By seeing the things in a bigger perspective, I don't need to feel overwhelmed by incidental happenings. The other one is, the choices that I make are an expression of my growing self-respect. The choices that I make are an expression of my growing self-respect. And that's what that is. Your self-respect will grow and your perspective will become bigger and bigger until you fall into the perspective-less perspective of the divine. And that's where you find your twin flame. You'll be in harmonious union. And this unfolding of everything that fits you uniquely will truly start in a way that can't be made undone anymore. And that's indeed also true about this vision. The bigger perspective is everything, and it already shows this true thing that is present there, that can be chosen. And that choice is an expression of a bigger self-respect. So honor yourself. Respect yourself. That's when you can go there. And it doesn't really matter if that's at 9 o'clock or tomorrow at noon, in this life or in the next life. But at the same time, when we think we need to wait till the next life or tomorrow at noon, that's just a sad decision that you don't need to make. Make a decision out of self-respect. growing self-respect, which means that you more and more realize that it is now, that you can choose the harmonious union, and that will make it true, because you have creative power in your life. From this place inside of you where you are one with the divine. I see this one. Of the angel answers, compromise. So how shall we interpret this? Because in your twin flame eventual reality, you don't need to compromise. You're just expressing the perfection that is at the core of your union. So in that light, we're going to leave compromise behind. Because here you might be compromising, like, yeah, but I want to take everything into account. But you know, when you turn around, these cups, they don't exist anymore. So there's no compromise in that sense. You don't need to compromise, like, but I want it now, but maybe for me it is too difficult, or for my twin flame it's too difficult, and then it's also okay to do it in the next lifetime. But it's you that is saying that, and therefore deciding that together with the divine inside of you. And you don't need to do that. Find another kind of compromise. Find a solution in the togetherness with the divine that is choosing it now. Let's see. Oh, well, okay, this one. Helpful people. Angel card, helpful people. So there are people with whom you can walk this. And there are people that are here with you when you make that change, when you turn around, when you find that new compromise with God. That is not a compromise, but an opening up of the reality of your union. There are people like that. And even when you feel alone, maybe that might be an aspect in why you keep on lingering for turning around, because you don't want to feel alone there. But that's again the same. You are now alone. But if you turn around, you will find new people that are helpful in this new decision that you make. They can be also the people in our Facebook group for Twin Flames. They can be a teacher, can be included in that. Helpful people are what you need to surround yourself with. And you will at the same time find them when you do make the turnaround. By turning around, you will become a helpful person to your true twin flame. Because your choice is fully connected into your union core. And they will go there with you, be there with you. And if they don't, it's not your true twin flame. Of course, we don't need to stand here like, okay, on the second, I chose, where are they now? But they will choose with you in the energetic, soulful truth in the eternal now. And of course, it will come together somehow. If it's a little bit like this, that's okay. It's like, that's no problem. They will meet you there. So be a helpful person to them. That's what you can do. You can choose that for your union. And that's the invitation. Don't wait and wait and wait and linger in this turnaround until someone does it for you, until God breaks into your reality and does it for you, until your twin flame comes in and does it for you. No, you do it. You choose it. You're not a victim. So that's, I think, also central here, that don't choose to be a victim. choose to be a helpful person for your twin flame. It is supposed to be about true love. And you can already count on that this true twin flame is the fully self-respectful person that you want them to be. That they will grow into together with you more and more. So grant them your loving hand by doing the inner work with the key tool. Turn around. That's how you make it come true. We're going to look at what the Master Magician wants to tell you. Koak. We're going to see for a moment in the book. Kavak, better pronunciation. There's a feeling of the final surrender that you need to do. To not be the victim, but surrender that victimhood into the bigger whole. So that you will be purified of that holding back energy, that non-assertive energy, that lingering energy, dabbling in the results of the past. And you will go in a transformation so that a reunion can take place. This will activate the light body of the union itself that will surround you and them both. There's a lightning path that opens up for you. You will be initiated there. And that's what you're afraid of. But you don't need to be afraid of this initiation feeling that occurs when you turn around. Allow yourself to be purified in that unknown territory. And let that lightning flash in. Step out of your denial and your fear of the unknown. Don't be desperate because what you are looking for is looking for you and is already present. It must, because you are here. Reality always mirrors. Turn your transformation over to spirit, source, the divine, the universe, or however you want to call it. Feel the freedom that brings you. It's the true quality of freedom. Freeing yourself from that pondering and wandering and lingering that is actually imprisoning yourself. You can do that. Enter the wave of ecstasy beyond the finite dance of the swirling veils. Fragments of the greater self gather, moving homeward. Rise up unveiled, horizons await. You enter into a time of profound quickening and transformation. That is coming to you through the unity consciousness. Do you feel insecure about taking risks? Are you uncertain about making choices? Have you hit a growth edge or an invisible wall? Perhaps you have been experiencing intense feelings of undefined anxieties. That is natural, for you are now in the crucible of accelerated evolution. During the major shift that is occurring, every level of your being is transforming. You may be concerned about your physical process and health. Remember to care for yourself. The intensity you feel is the quickening and purification of this time of Kavak. Surrender all that perpetuates the illusion of separation. Cast these things into the fires of Kavak, and your true essence will rise from the ashes transformed in the version of you that you are in your twin flame union, and they are there too. They must, because it is law. So I hope this helped. Stay tuned because I have a beautiful segment of a video. Go back to the timestamps and you'll find where I will, at the end of the video, give you the options that I have for you in 2024 to be supported in all of this. And that's what I want for you. So I'll see you there. Love from Petra. Welcome, coach, to your reading. We're going to look if you can come together with your twin flame in this lifetime, and what would be a lesson that might bring this experience close to you so that you can go there right now. Doesn't that sound like a great idea and exactly what you came for? So we're going to look in the classical tarot to see a little bit about your situation, what it looks like. And then there's some more wisdom that we're going to get and lessons and whatnot. And then we close off with a channeled message from the Master Magician that wants to give you some of his wisdom too. And we're going to look into that with a card and a book. That's what we're going to do. So let's start. The coach is a type that is geared towards processing. So I'm seeing these two cards. Let's see what's going on with your energy, with your situation. The Ace of Pentacles. There is an opportunity for you to grasp in the garden of your heart. And you feel that, and that's why you're in this reading. But there are desires that are unfulfilled. The Nine of Cups in reverse. Because right side up, this is a person that has all his cups in a row behind his back. And he's sitting there very satisfied. But like this, there is an unfulfilled feeling. So you feel not whole, not fulfilled in yourself. You feel there's something that wants to make you be all that you can be. And you're not there yet. It feels a little bit empty. It feels a little bit, maybe you're just not sure if it's for you. This abundance is really for you. If this opportunity that you feel is really here to be taken. Or if you're not worthy, perhaps, of all that it can bring when it comes true. Because, you know, the twin flame is your deeper human architecture that is already true, but now you're going to make it come true in your life. First in your inner world, then in your mental, emotional, physical world as well. It will be birthed from that too. Then you make it come true. And maybe you're unsure if you're worthy of that, because it will fulfill you. And you have that inkling in your heart, like, ooh, but that's gonna fulfill everything that I desire. Not only being the twin flame union, which feels very loving, deeply loving, but also everything that comes with it. In opportunities, in people, in friends, in family, in mission, in work, in things, what's going to come with it in harmonious union? And am I worth it? But let's see in what kind of light we need to see these two cards that we've now discussed. And what kind of light we need to see it in is on the downside of this pile right now from how I shuffled. And that is the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is how it looks right side up. She or he is sitting in bed in the middle of the night, waking up from nightmarish thoughts that are represented by the 9 swords hanging above the bed. And I feel that like this, it's really a nasty nightmare that you experience of this insecurity, of this fear. Am I worth it? Am I worthy to receive from the divine? Am I worthy to receive my union? Am I worthy to receive such a beautiful love, the ultimate love and lover in my life? Am I worthy all this divine love that will overflow me? I know that there is an opportunity, but I can't take it. I'm afraid. I'm filled with nightmarish thoughts, and they can come from so many structures inside of our psyche that often feel like we can't even help it, such as early childhood trauma, being patterned by how you were raised to be a very, very held back and fearful person in so many ways, by having been walked over, sometimes by your parents itself, by having your feelings invalidated, etc. Which then always, interestingly, when we look at that from a spiritual perspective, points to the fact that you actually came into this life to experience that early childhood experience there that is invalidating your needs and your wishes and your wants and your feelings and your divine intuitions, because you long so much to make it come true. Because maybe you're a person that needs this enormous, like actually, secretly, you need this enormous contrast experience to be able to choose fully and completely the true twin flame, the harmonious union, state of consciousness that it's all about, and from which your physical union will be birthed. You need this contrast experience, and your soul has chosen that in a certain way to process emotions that were already in your soul before you were born. And like still while you are living. I mean, the soul is timeless. It's always. It's just that this section is a lifetime. But the soul is always. It's also while living, right? So your soul wanted to process these emotions for real. And you're now actually feeling them, even though it feels not nice. You are aware of the nightmarish feelings. Just like you're actually aware of the opportunity in your heart to go deeper with the divine in this lifetime. And these two forces, they may need to battle it out. Are you going to stay stuck in this incredible feeling of not feeling worthy, this nightmare that you may also literally be lying awake about in the middle of the night? Very possible. Or is this going to win the opportunity of divine love? And they come to a height in this battle together. They meet each other, they look each other in the eye, which gives incredible nightmare feelings. But because it's the true love, that is the divine love, that actually comes from the bigger perspective. It will eat up your nightmares. It must. Because when we talk about the true twin flame union, it comes from the divine itself directly. So that must happen. And it's okay to let these forces meet. And that's why I say that can now be part of your process. Because you need this big contrast experience to finally choose and let that overtake you. Some people need that experience of an enormous contrast, the conflict in yourself. I did. So that's how it seems to be for you. And we're going to look at this one. Spiritual insight cards and messages. The highest goal in my life is to be happy. I translated it from the Dutch. The highest goal in my life is to be happy. And that's true. So this seems like, how do they call that? You can say that to yourself. This will be your new mantra for in the middle of the night. The highest goal is to be happy. And happiness, perfect happiness, is what the divine wants for you. And that is what that all is, right? What you're afraid of. But when you take it on as your highest goal to have this divine happiness, then you start to associate more in your nightmare experience with the solution, with where it's going, instead of with the nightmare experience of your racing thoughts and fears right now. Say to yourself that your highest goal is to be happy. Something might change. We're going to look in the personal wisdom deck. Where your resistance is, there is also your biggest growth and learning process. From the Dutch. Where your resistance is, there is also your biggest educational learning process and growing process. So that's what we talked about with these forces meeting each other inside of yourself. In your nightmare experience, actually knowing that there is this heartfelt opportunity for you here that will make your dreams come true. So I know that meeting and facing those fears and saying to yourself, the highest goal in my life is to be happy, seems like too easy a process if you're really so much, in this pickle. I understand. But your choice to allow yourself to be penetrated by a new goal of true happiness that already exists for you, that is already given you, is the basis of what, yes, also at the same time will be a process in time through which you are going to process all these feeling less than human, feeling unworthy kind of feelings, feeling unacknowledged and unloved kind of feelings that create a lot of fear. You will also over time process that, of course. And it's beautiful to do that with the key tool. We have that 4-step tool for a reason in our Facebook community. You can practice it beautifully because we have a lot of downloads about that in the file section. We have a lot of videos about how that works. We have a monthly workshop about that is online that you can take part in just like that. And you can come to our Facebook community in the link in the description box below and in the pinned comment. So yes, there's also a process to it. But this meeting of forces that will indeed force you almost, to face this contrast is a huge power right now for you to choose it. Because the point is, can you be together with your true twin flame in this lifetime? Yes, if you allow this situation in your life to motivate you to make another choice. If you allow yourself this huge contradiction of desire and what was until now inside of you, the fear, come together. If you allow yourself to let these forces meet, and from that contrast, get this new, how do I want to call it? big bang kind of moment in which it does touch you, that it is going to happen for you in the now, because you choose it. Which is the same as you let it in. It comes over you, it happens for you. And these things come together. You are the deeper you that is actually choosing until now this nightmare, and you can come in the other side too if you choose that. And the fact that you choose it comes together with that you surrender it and you're overcome by this new opportunity that comes in. That happens at the same time. You're the deeper you that chooses, and you are the you in the life that is overwhelmed with this love that is winning the battle. It's both you. It's this one thing. Let's have a look at the angel answers. Get more information. Well, this is a good one to see what a spiritual teacher can do. Watch a couple more of my videos, come to our group, allow to be supported and guided by a teacher, allow other people in the community in, and get more information about the process of how to do the inner work. Get new stories of people that have made it come true. My stories, for instance, also how I had this whole situation of my nightmare and the light of union coming together, and how that happened for me, which was also through a teacher and through meeting the Master Christ that gave me this breakthrough initiation. And eventually how I did that was by letting more information in. More information that I knew already. More information in, like, let's say, a light code language, which just means light, which just means golden light, let it in. Don't do anything with the ego. Just be a receptor, let it in. Let this more information in that comes via a true twin flame teacher, that comes via a true source of divine wisdom that comes to you. Because it's not only the words, it's also between the words, and it is the energy surrounding the words, and it is the source where those words came from. Let that touch you. That kind of subtle information from the divine that can hit you like a lightning flash. Get that kind of information. And we see another. No. Say no to the nightmare. Choose the true light that comes to you in all this new information that is coming in. You have also the power to uncreate, to say no, to not do certain options. You can say no to forever staying in fear. You can say no to forever being an unworthy child. And now you know what you're going to say no to, because you've experienced all of that. And that is also, again, the contrast experience that you may have called in to motivate you to go to the right angle that will just be present when you say no to the thing that it is not. When you say no to the thing that it is not, the fear and the trauma and the anger and the feeling unworthy, when you say no to that on the soul level, this fog will lift and you will see that what you're longing for is already here. It just fills up that void, and there it is. This one wants to come forward too. And what is that exactly? Romance. Beautiful. Can't say it any better than these angel cards. True divine romance is what the twin flame is in your life. It will fit you like a glove. It will make all your dreams come true, which were here. All 9 cups will be filled. And this is the romance not only of a lifetime, but of eternity. And therefore, does it really matter if you make it come true now or in your next life? That's not really a question. The question is, when will you say no to the unworthiness that is so big and so nightmarish to make you aware that you need to say no to it, and that you want that now? That's your entrance to the harmonious twin flame union. Feels like that this is the lifetime in which that is for you here now. It's not for nothing that you came with this fearful unworthiness experience in your life that feels now heightened for you. That's very good. It gives the contrast that makes you want to step over to the other reality. It will poof, make that go away, as if it never happened. Of course, there's a process to it, right? We know that. We have the key tool, we have help and whatnot, but it will disappear. That's why you called that in, to now finally be so clear on that you say no. Because you say yes to the romance. And when you have that in this lifetime, that is because you're supposed to now fully get clear, now fully know what is that mess, that fear, that anger, that thing that you're going to say no to make way for the romance. This is the lifetime for that whole reason that it's going to happen in. And don't let that opportunity slip. And when you're trying to let that opportunity slip in this lifetime, you might feel yourself in even a bigger nightmare, because they want you to, God wants you to get clear now. That's why you are in the cloud of unworthiness, a fog that will lift in this lifetime. And you'll find yourself there in a romance with the true twin flame. So we're going to look what the this one. What the Master Magician wants to tell you. Kavak. In the book, there's this huge storm, fire and rain. And this is actually not a bad weather. It is the purification that you have called in. So maybe you think that these nightmares should never have happened in the first place, but they're actually your fire, storm, and rain of purification. Accept them as that. You will move to the reunion from that acceptance. And the ecstasy of freedom will await you at the other side. It is like a thundercloud hangs over your bed at night. And lightning flashes and white owls are outside your window, making shrieking sounds. Everything is so fearful. But that is the nightmare of your own unconscious that needs to become conscious for it to go away. It purifies what was already since the old in your soul. Now, in this lifetime, you've asked for that. And it's an initiation by fire when finally the lightning strikes and you surrender and open up to give way for the true opportunity that makes all your dreams come true, with 9 blessings that form together one union with 2 twin flames. There may be strong feelings of despair or separation from Source, but you can step free from denying and judging your experience. This is the opportunity that your essence self is now presenting to you. Again, this is the moment to turn your transformation over to Source, to God, to the universe, and surrender all that perpetuates the illusion of separation. Kavak helps you move from apparent separation into reunion. You are at a crossroads. You are in the midst of a personal revolution, clearing old patterns, past experiences, judgments, memories, and expectations. You are being purified and quickened into your light body, activated for rebirth and entering unity consciousness. The wisdom offered in this shadow is found in embracing the teachings of your life's experience. Kavak brings up core issues and cleans hidden corners, revealing any separation from Source. At times, life may seem unbearable, intense, and difficult, and you may even desire to escape the reality of this world. This in turn can create denial and addictive patterns, which only intensifies the process. In this shadow are found addictions of all kinds: substances, fear, sex, self-doubt, material comforts, relationships, work, and others. In the shadow of Kavak, you may even experience feelings of despair and a desire to give up. Be encouraged. You are on the frontier of the unknown. You are in the process of transformation, discovering yourself as a sacred ground. Your feelings are magnified so that you will address them and use this energy to create the ecstasy of freedom. Break through your barriers to union now. So, I hope this helped. And I have something more for you. When you go again to the timestamps, I will guide you to the end of this video where I show you what I have for you in 2024 for your support in exactly this process so that you can go through the transformation and go to your harmonious union in this lifetime. I'll see you there. Love from Petra. Manifest creativity. Creator of us all, be with me. When I open to connect with myself, when I uncover the creative source to retrieve her, the way you have placed it inside of me, and the way in which the exact same source moves and guides you as well. O divine Creator, make that I will be receptive to your voice and lead me to the rhythm of your breath, so that I will find the movement that leads me, find words for it, and can experience the being of them openly. Thank you for the abundance that is received in this moment. Thank you for the power that makes that I receive this moment. In this atmosphere, you are very welcome to come enjoy our beautiful small opportunities, which are plenty in our Facebook community. It's called Your Abundance, and you would be very welcome to come in this living room of us to practice the central twin flame healing tool called Key, Key. You can download documents about it. You can find information about it under the hashtag Key. Put it in the search bar and press enter. You can present us with your own posts how your practice of doing this crucial twin flame tool is working out for you on a daily basis, and get support. But also we have a 4-event online live program there every month, in which I am available for you, just like that, to meet, get to know each other, and every one of the 4 monthly events has their own theme. One is to learn that key twin flame inner work much better than you might already do. And another one is talking about your mission. We also have a Q&A as one of the 4, and we read a little bit in the A Course in Miracles book every month as well, because your consciousness attuned to the source of creation better is what makes your twin flame come into your life much more easy. And that attunement of your consciousness is supported through that book. These are some of the things that you can do in our Facebook group, Your Abundance. And it's just available for you, this space for you to learn and share. Another thing is that from the group out, you can book small appointments with me that are for a small fee. They're called key sessions, and I can guide you through your inner work personally. Also, we could just talk about anything you need my personal support for, right? Another beautiful thing in the Facebook group, exclusively for Facebook group members, just like the key session, is the Divine Love reading. This reading report of many pages long gives you all the clues channeled from the divine for specifically you that you need to know to go to harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state it is all about, and from which your physical being together with your true twin flame is being birthed safely and guaranteed. At this time, you are also invited, if that feels for you, to come in for a big session. It's a 2-hour long, plus 20 minutes up front, and more services up front, plus afterwards an extra healing and extra information and more extra stuff session that is called Twin Flame Reset. In this reset, you will be transformed to the right state of energy and consciousness to go to your harmonious union state of being, to come into 3D twin flame union as quickly as can, as smooth as can. So give yourself that subtle realignment, reset of your inner space, so that you can go to the harmonious twin flame union space soon and with ease. That's why I developed this service. It's a tremendously beautiful opportunity that is here for you now. So if you want to give yourself the ultimate push forward, book yours now. You'll find the information about the webpage, where that is published below. Do you want to go to the brilliance of your harmonious twin flame union and manifest your mission business and be a candidate in that to become a creation coach helping other twin flame unions in the methodology that I provide as well? Then I have something for you. In 2024, I'm looking for one candidate that talks with me if they are the person fit to receive a 6-month closely working together with me with 6 big sessions and 12 smaller in-between sessions to get passed on from me to you everything that I stand for, or at least a huge chunk in coaching geared towards you. Then you are ready for the Twin Flame Brilliance package. And if you feel that that is for you, working with me closely in 2024, getting everything down that you may need, the Twin Flame Reset, the initiations, the mission business, finding out what it is and starting to build it, the becoming a candidate to be a real creation Twin Flame coach with me, with opportunity to help clients. If you think that's for you, then I invite you to come talk with me. And below, you'll find contact information of me, one way or another that seems fit to you. Contact me and I will provide you with the information, how we can find out if it's you. I only look for one person that is going to be that in 2024. Dear people, I'm glad that you came at this place at the end of the video, because I'm going to send you to a beautiful twin flame meditation that will help you feel the abundance that you're truly calling in when you would make come true by your choice, and you can, I'm sure of that, the harmonious twin flame union in this lifetime. Because this abundance will be here, it will be felt in the heart, it will also be all the abundance that is material that you desire also. And I have a meditation about that, to feel that abundant heart for twin flames. I'm going to send you there right now. Have a good time there. I will see you in a second in the video that will appear here. Love from Petra.